Hey, what's going on YouTube? Happy Friday. Happy Phantasmal Flames release week. Hopefully you guys were able to secure some. I was lucky enough to get some on Walmart's pre-orders, which came in today, which is nice. But I've heard people were having success at GameStops and Best Buys this morning. So hopefully you were able to secure some because this set looks great. The thing with this set though is this set is very small and very Charizard or bust. So good news for this set is I do believe it will come down to eventually be worth a little bit less than it is now and a little bit less in demand because, like I said, it's a smaller set, so people are going to be able to pull the Charizard. And once they pull the Charizard, I think they will stop chasing this set, and that will cause more reprints of this to come out. When they come out, will just be a little bit less in demand, which is a good thing. So I do think prices on this will come down. So if you weren't able to secure some, I think if you're patient, you will be able to find some. And if you're just interested in the Charizard, as cool of a card as it is, I do think prices will come down in that Charizard just because of how easy it is to pull. Easy being in air quote. Comparatively, it's easy to a lot of other cards in the Pokemon hobby. So let's hop right into it. Like I said, I was lucky enough to get these ETBs. Lucky because they were actually delayed. I don't have my Pokemon Center order. ETBs at normal LCSs, local game stores, did not get this yet, which is kind of cool that I'm getting this. So I'm going to open it up and see what's inside. I will go through the booklet real quick because I haven't really seen many of the big content creators. Normally, if I get an ETB, I'm just kind of speed running through it because you guys have seen it before. But I'll actually go through the booklet as a way to, again, timestamp it on my channel so I can go back in history, see what the set was and all that stuff. But then maybe you guys haven't seen it, so I'll go through that. On the back end of this video, I will open some GameStop power packs to show sort of a compare and contrast of $50 of an ETB versus $50 of GameStop power packs. Again, I'm not sponsored by GameStop or anything, but it is a fun alternative if you can't find Pokemon cards in the wild to go look at some of these GameStop power packs, alternatives to finding Pokemon cards to still get your Pokemon fix. So we'll take a look at that. If you're only interested in that, I'll put timestamps in the back end of this video when those start. I was thinking about going kind of like 3 Mega Evolutions pack, 1 power pack, but if you're only interested in one or the other, I kind of split the video off so you can only look at the ETB or only look at the GameStop power pack in either one. But hopefully you're interested in both. I appreciate you guys. Like this video if you like the video, subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Let's hop right into it. I'll speed run to the end of this opening so you don't have to see me kind of struggle to get this thing open. We'll see what's inside. I'm trying out a little bit of a different camera angle here. I'm hoping it will be better for the pack opening experience, but we'll kind of see as we go. We'll flip through right to the good stuff, although there is a Charizard EX here that looks pretty cool. The colors on it look interesting. I'm not sure if pink and green really goes with Charizard, but it is a lot of cool illustration rares. But I guess, again, the word a lot is kind of relative. There's actually a small amount of illustration rares, which makes them easier to hit. Which ones am I chasing personally? The Dugong and Piplup here are two of my favorites. I know my wife's a huge Piplup fan, so we'll be wanting that. But then Dugong looks amazing with the Northern Lights in the background. I'm a Michigan guy, so I love to see the Northern Lights in the background. Love the cool wintry look of this. Just a really cool vibe on that card. And Dugong Gen 1 I love. Wooper here is an interesting one because that was with the Meowth as the Jaflusives. We'll go over here to the Meowth. The Meowth is probably my second favorite behind the Dugong, but this card looks amazing. It's him chilling in the tree with Cerulean City in the background here. A throwback to, again, Gen 1 times. Just a really, really cool artwork on that. Pretty unique, and I love that. The full art cards here with the Mega Evolution Pokemon and the normal Pokemon in the background look really cool. I actually really like how they have done the new full art cards. Again, they still have some of the old full arts, which is just the normal Pokemon on a plain background. Those look pretty lame, but I love the Mega Evolution cards. But unfortunately, you know, there's only, I think, 4 of them in here. Yeah, Sharpedo, Lopunny, Mega Heracross, and Mega Charizard. And again, the Mega Charizard color scheme on it, a little bit different, but it does look cool in person. I've seen it with the texture and all that, so it does look pretty cool. But again, Charizard or bust. I don't know. If you're a fan of Lopunny, you're probably a fan of it for the wrong reasons, but we won't get into that. I do like the full art trainer cards in here. Not that, again, you're really excited to pull them rather than a full art trainer or a full art item, but I do think they're still really cool for the players to include in their decks and all that. So I do like the full art item cards. I just think it's something else to pull that's a little cool rarity to include for the players. But then the big card down here, this Charizard EX, absolutely amazing card. This is the one everyone's going to be chasing in this set. Luckily, I do think it'll come down in price just because, again, of how small the set is. There's only 5 SIRs in this set, which should make things a little bit easier. But if you're pulling the Rotom, the Mega Sharpedo, or the Mega Lopunny, you're probably going to be a little bit disappointed because this card just clears those by so much more. But the Rotom is cool just because of the colors on it. I do like that card, but again, when you're comparing these two, which one would you rather have? Obviously, you'd rather have the King. So beautiful card there. And then the Dawn, and then the Mega Charizard, the gold Mega Charizard card, which The gold cards are super hard to pull, but because there's only one of them in this set, makes it a little bit easier, but still you're probably looking at like 1 in 1,200 packs or something like that, which is absolutely crazy to think about. But because there's only one, you're telling me there's a chance. There is definitely a chance. So let's hop right into it. See here. The ETBs are the weird new ETBs where they lay everything out like this. Maybe I'm just a boomer and I don't like change, but not a huge fan of this. I do love these sleeves a lot though. I think these sleeves are really, really cool. I like these ones better than the UPC sleeves, I think. I think these ones look really, really cool. Charcadet here, promo card. Interesting. I mean, he's a really cool new Mon. Again, people don't love the new Pokemon, but I like him. I use a Ruledge in my Scarlet Violet playthrough. Thought he's a really cool Pokemon, so I personally do like this card. Interesting that they've got him like looking at a UFC arena. It's like just kind of weird to me, but I guess in a Pokemon world where Pokemon love to fight, it would make sense if there's arenas like this. So a decent promo card, but because it's a new Pokemon, I think it'll just do all right. I don't think it's going to do anything crazy. It would have been crazy. Imagine if we got like a Charizard or Charmander promo card in here, like the Obsidian Flames one was. That would have went crazy. Dice, basic dice, nothing too crazy here. And then we should have 9 packs here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pack. Pretty cool pack artwork, but people will be mad. The Mega Gengar pack artwork, and then we only get 1 Mega Gengar EX. Not even a full art, not a special illustration rare, not illustration rare. The Haunter illustration rare was cut from this and put in the battle deck, and then it looks like special illustration rare Gengar is coming in the next specialty set, which is Mega Dream or something like that. So interesting that they cut that from this set and thinking that Charizard could carry this set by himself. They're not wrong. People love this set because of the Charizard, but again, as I was mentioning, it just makes this set really Charizard or bust. So really, that's all you're looking for here, Charizard. And for me, that's enough because, again, I'm a Charizard guy. But we saw Obsidian Flames didn't do too well out the gate. It was a pretty mid set, so we'll kind of see how this one does. I anticipate it doing something very tough. Smeargle, Togedemaru, we'll go a little bit slower on here because I haven't seen the art. Again, that Piplup, super cute. My wife's going to love that one. Punk Helmet, Linone, Blowtorch, Ghastly as our first reverse, Wigglytuff into M. So nothing on the first pack, but from what I've seen, the hit rates in this set are really good. They're very comparable to the hit rates of Mega Evolutions, which is really good, but in Mega Evolution, the thing was there was just more cards to pull, more cards to chase, which is a good thing. You want hit rates to be as good as they were in Mega Evolution because the hit rates in that set were really good. There's my boy. We love that card. Super cool art. That kind of reminds me of like the Pokemon Snap, the first one where there's a whole bunch of Charmander in the volcano. And you can knock them off and everything. This one's a really cool card. I like that art a lot. But as I was saying, really good hit rates on this. But because it's a smaller set, fun fact, low kicks, I found 2 of these Nimble Shinies in my normal playthrough Scarlet and Violet before I had the Shiny Charm. Just full odds, I found 2 Nimble. So I have a little affinity for low kicks here. I do love low kicks. I actually put him in my Elite Four just because he was my first Shiny that I found full odds. And somehow I found 2 of them, which is so weird. But I do like this. Again, I loved Gen 9. I think Gen 9 Pokemon were really good. And so I love the Gen 9 Pokemon, and low kicks included, even though he's just a bug. But again, it's the little memories you make when you're playing the games or playing the TCG, those things that give random Pokemon like this just a special place in your heart. So really cool to see Pokemon like this. I really like Gen. Sandile, cool card, Alcremie. And then the Mega Sharpedo EX, our first hit. So again, that's what I was saying. The hit rates on this set do look pretty good. And the new Mega EX cards look really nice. The rainbow text up there looks nice, but then there's the texturing on this, the colors on this. That card looks really beautiful card. Good start. But I think I was trying to say this, and then I got distracted by the low kick. The fact that it's a smaller set with big hit rates, again, that's just going to cause the price of these to drop a little bit, as we see a nice Duraludon art there, because the set is just so small. Again, you're only chasing a handful of art rares, a handful of big cards, so I think it's going to be a lot easier to hit what you're looking for, and that's going to cause prices to come down. So I do think, as crazy as this market is, that prices will come down a little bit in general. So if you can be patient on this, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find it. But yeah, you just never market. Jigglypuff, Crocodile, Meloetta, Jumbo Ice Cream is the funniest card. So random. Like, I don't even remember Jumbo Ice Legends EA. Apparently that's an item you could buy, I'm sure, because the Mega Evolution ties back to Legends EA. But I have not played enough of that. Cool reverse Haunter here. That's a nice card. Piloswine, cool Moltres art. Love that. We just got one with Destined Rivals, so they're really pumping the Moltres love, which is interesting to see. So from one ETB, what are you expecting? Probably about 3 hit, 1 art rare, maybe 1 full art if you're lucky, 2 EXs would be about what you're expecting to get. 3 to 4 hits. Again, I would say 3 hits is what you're expecting, and then 4 if you can get lucky and get beautiful reverse Moltres if you can get one of the big full arts here. But we're not looking too good. Eventually, really, you're looking for, again, to get above odds, you're just looking for one of these packs like this to have a big hit in it. And if you don't, then you're really just going to be on odds with getting like 2 EX card illustration rare. But we're still looking for our first illustration rare. I would expect to get one from this ETB, but ETBs have tough pull rates a lot of times. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. A lot of times ETBs are just so rough. I've got a buddy who opened Pokemon cards with, and he always swears by the fact that ETBs have worse pull rates than everything. He's like, they're getting you to buy the pull rates for the stuff inside anyway. They know you're going to buy it, so they're just going to put dud packs in there. I don't necessarily believe in that. I think all packs kind of have the same pull rates no matter what you're pulling it from. But it is interesting to see that some of these have such bad pull rates. We get our first art rare here, this Toxtricity. Beautiful card. I like Toxtricity from Sword and Shield. I did use him in my playthrough as well. So beautiful card here. I do like this art rare. Not one of my top chase cards, but a beautiful card. I do love that card for sure. Happy with that one. Nice pull. Again, we'll save the Piplup for when we open. My wife and I have one more ETB each that we will open tonight. So follow along my socials. I'll probably post that in a short form somewhere, but we'll save the Piplup art rare for her to pull because she will absolutely love that card. Let's see if we've got 2 packs left. Let's see if we can pull something. Wow, for a split second there, I thought this was gold, and I thought that was the gold Charizard. It did make my heart skip a little bit. That is kind of crazy. Wow, that reverse holo pattern. Yellow reverse holo pattern is just neat. I did think that was a gold card for sure, actually. So out of this last pack, we would expect one more EX card. But again, I've seen ETBs where you only get 1 EX card. So again, I wouldn't even be surprised if we don't find a card in here. But with pull rates as they are, let's see if we can find one more card here. Dugong, beautiful, nothing, Zacian. So yeah, 2 pulls from the entire ETB. Beautiful pulls. I do like the pulls, but man, 2 pulls out of 9 packs is below average. I got a little bit smoked on this ETB and have been getting smoked on ETBs in general. So again, if you're spending $50 and you're only getting these 2 art rares, it's a 2 pulls, not even 2 art rares. This is a good way to burn yourself out of the hobby real quick, which is why we, advocate for having your fun, opening your packs, opening your ETBs when the set comes out, first comes out like this. Maybe make some content out of it, have some fun with it for sure. But then don't chase. Buy singles. That is the biggest thing that I can tell you guys. A, be patient, and then B, buy singles. Because again, $50 in singles could have gotten you a lot more than these 2 cards. But again, I know we like to chase. We're all degenerate gamblers in here. We're all chasing that Charizard, hoping to find it, but no luck here. We'll jump into the GameStop Power Packs now and see what $50 of that can get us and how it compares to these 2 cards. So we'll just jump right into it. Again, you're here for the ETB opening, but if you're here for the Power Packs, you know how these work. This is GameStop and PSA's Power Packs partnership. All the cards are held in PSA's vault, so we'll jump right into it, try to get something. I've opened a lot. I have not opened 1,000, so we're not on rate for something huge yet, but I really haven't had any huge hits. I think I've had 1 in the $50 to $100 range, maybe 2. But everything else has been here in this $12 to $50 value. But again, out of the ETB, we got smoked. We got maybe $5 to $10 of value. At least here, we're guaranteed some value, $12 to $24 out of our 2 pulls. So let's see what we get. Let's jump right into it. All right, GameStop Power Pack number 1. Let's see what it is. Hopefully it is something English. There's a lot of Japanese cards in here. Hopefully something we don't have. It is English. Gengar Near Mint 8 Trick or Trade Pack. That is rough. I don't know how that's even worth $21. That can't be worth $21. I might just have to take the instant buyback offer because I don't think that's anywhere worth 20 bucks. I think that's a big oof. You know what's funny though? I just graded one of these cards. Hopefully this is not one that I just graded with them. Oh, but that sucks. Yeah, we'll just take the instant buyback offer, take the L on that. And but for the sake of the video, again, we put $25 in and we're gonna get probably 16 back. Yeah, 17.77. So we'll accept that buyback offer. And is 17.77 more than 2 art rares that we pulled? Probably already. So we'll accept that buyback offer, take the L. But $25 pack, we got $17 out of it. We lost $8 there. So our wallet did grow, which is good. That means the next power pack that we buy, we'll just take it right from the wallet balance, which means we won't have to put any money in, which is the good thing about power pack. I do wish they gave you some sort of like rewards. Like every time you opened, you get like GameStop points that can be used for your next purchases as a sort of reward system. I think that would be pretty cool. But let's jump right into our second pack here using our game. And here we go, GameStop power pack number 2. Can't get much worse than GameStop Power Pack number 1, I'm sure. But let's see something new, something we don't have. It is English, which is nice. Looks better. The Cinderace in a 9. Cool card. It is a 9, which is mid. But I do really like this card. It would have been so cool to get this in a 10 because I already have the Lapras of this card in a 10, and I definitely would have kept that. I will probably hold this one and wait and see if they give me an offer. Again, I could accept it now, but unfortunately they take, I guess it's 6%. It's only $1. But if I hold it, then PSA might give me an offer. The GameStop offers stand for 7 days, the Powerpack offers, and then PSA might give you an offer. They don't always give you an offer, but sometimes they do. And when you accept the when you accept the PSA offer, there is no 6% selling fee. So you get a little bit more by waiting those 7 days. But I don't know. This card is good, and I do like it. And I do think it'll do okay in the future, but I might just, again, take a $4 loss. Yeah, I'm just going to accept this. We'll take a $4 loss on this and an $8 loss on the first one. So we're down $12 on this one. But again, compare that to the ETB where we were down $50. I mean, yeah, you got bulk cards you can sell. There's probably $10 of value there, $10 of value from the 2 cards, maybe if the Toxtricity is worth $10. So we'll give it a $20 value, but you're still lost 30 bucks there, depending on where you got it. If you got it for MSRP, you're probably paying tax and all that stuff. I think I probably paid 60 for it. So realistically, a loss of $40 with 2 pulls, whereas the GameStop Power Packs, a $12 loss on, but again, I don't have anything to show for it because I sold my cards back. So again, just laying it out there, giving some alternatives. But the real story today was the Phantasmal Flames ETB. Unfortunate we didn't get any luck with that, but again, we've still got some pulls. It would be more fun to pull it with my wife anyway. So with a smaller set, there is a pretty decent chance. I mean, we'll open 30 packs here, which is still below rate for an SIR, but you never know. That's why we play the game. So I appreciate you guys watching. Happy Friday. Let me know in the comments if you were able to secure some Phantasmal Flames, if you've had any luck opening, or if you've opened any GameStop Power Packs recently. Like this video if you like this kind of content. Subscribe to my channel if you're into more Pokemon content like this. I do a lot of Power Packs. I'm going to be opening a lot of Phantasmal Flames here in holiday season. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.